Hi, it's Laura from Swatch, and today we're gonna make some bubbles on the green screen. Before we make them though, we gotta learn a little bit about bubbles because it'll make it a better experiment for you. Do we know how bubbles are made? You know how they have that sphere that has the kind of rainbowy kind of film on it? But that's not just air, right? I know you blow air into it, but how do we make them? So that rainbowy bubble is actually 3 layers. The first layer is a little soap layer, the middle layer is a water layer, and then the outside layer is another soap layer. So it's like a water sandwich. And how bubbles work is when you blow air into it, that soap sticks to itself with the water in between. And then when it floats into the air, that water takes a little bit to evaporate. And then when that water in the middle layer evaporates, that's when your bubble pops, because it needs to be there for the soap to hold on to. Did you ever wonder how no matter what shape you blow your bubble into, it always becomes a circle? So your bubble is a circle because it wants to be as small as it can be, but with all the air that you blew into it. So if you blew like a square bubble, it can't hold its square edges because it wants to be smaller. So every time you blow a bubble, no matter what shape you blow it into, it always becomes a circle. So now I'll teach you how to make bubbles so that you can go outside and make them all by yourself. You can try a couple different things. So to make bubbles, you need some water. I'm gonna just eyeball it, but you want about maybe half a cup to a cup. You can ask your parents to measure for you if you really want to. And then you're also gonna need some dish soap. Mine's blue, it can be whatever color you want. So if you have half a cup of water, you want about 2 to 3 tablespoons of soap, which means you double that if you have a full cup of water. So you're gonna have to do some math, but I'm gonna eyeball it again and just hope for the best. And remember how we talked about how that bubble is made of 3 layers, 2 soap layers with water in between? So when you're doing your bubbles, you can experiment with a little more soap and a little less soap. But remember, a little bit more soap isn't always gonna be the best thing because you have to have that water in there, else it'll just pop. So keep that in mind when you're experimenting. So I'm gonna mix up my water and soap concoction. You can use anything that has a full hole in it to make your bubbles. So I'm gonna use an old toilet paper roll. You can use a real bubble wand, you can use a straw, you can use a plastic cup with the bottom cut off. You can use whatever you can find as long as it is complete, so it doesn't have any breaks in it, and that you can blow through it. But if you're gonna change anything, make sure you ask your mom or dad first. Okay, we don't want anybody ruining stuff at home. Okay, so even if you tied a stick into a circle or something like that, that would work too. So let's see if mine works. So I'm gonna just dip it in there. Did not work. Let's try again. It's really windy here. Well, I have tiny bubbles. There we go. See, sometimes you just have to try a couple times. And it's all right if it doesn't work. So that's my attempt. Remember, you can try adding a little bit more or a little bit less soap. You can use different shape and size soap or bubble blowers to see how your bubbles look different. See what happens if you blow really hard into your bubble wand or really soft into it. That's all I got. Alrighty, well now turn this off, put it in a safe space, go outside, have your mom or dad help you set up your bubble solution and your bubble wand, and go see what kind of bubbles you can make. Bye!